Batas International Media. www.batasmedia.com. From the Philippines to the world, for the glory of God and service to mankind.
And also don't forget that if you adopt a tree, that makes the organization that beneficiary for the tree, because it's a simple way of thinking. And listen to this. If you adopt a child, and when a child grows up, that child will take care of their parents. Now it's the same thing what happens to the trees. You adopt a tree, in fact the tree will grow, and some of the harvest of that tree will take care of the donors, the one who adopt the tree. So we have found a way, which we say that Better Globe is here to stay, because we have really found a better way for the environment, a better way for sustainability of organizations, a better way to make profit for the organizations, to make them really having enough money to do what they are set out to do in their mission. So we think that Better Globe has the best tool in the world, and we call that the only charity system in the world which pays interest. And that is what we are emphasizing on. That is why we are working hard in the Philippines today to get everybody involved so they can make more money and at the same time help the environment and help the organizations in the long term.
Yes, and of course, like I've mentioned, that we're going to be planting the trees that's going to be generating some funds later in Kenya. And of course, in each tree that's going to be planted in Kenya, of course, there's going to be equivalent to 5 trees here in the Philippines, because Better Globe is going to be the one donating to such organizations who are actually in charge of planting the trees. Okay, so we will be donating at least 5 trees in each tree that's going to be planted in Kenya for profit.
That's the way it is. And also we are supporting the other organizations in the Philippines directly and indirectly. Directly by planting trees like Mystica'S, but also indirectly for each donation to a tree that is meant to yield profit in Kenya. We are giving some money to PWDs in the Philippines, persons with disabilities, some money to Mystica Charity Foundation, and like I said, we're planting trees. So all these things come from the one donation package of what we are calling adopting a tree. You can adopt one tree, or you can adopt many trees. We also have a system for companies. If the companies wants to donate, for example, 1,000 trees or more, they will get a certificate of being a green Better Globe company.
Or carbon neutral.
Well, they might not be carbon neutral, but they will at least be a green company.
Yes.
So that means they are environmental friendly, and that is also good for their customers to know that the company is taking care of the environment.
Yeah, I think this is just the right time, Mr. Reno Solberg, because as you see around, there are like people also campaigning, save the world, save the planet, save the environment, plant trees. So this is just the right timing for this, because I think they've already realized that it's very important for us to plant trees, because at this point, you know, there's a lot of floods, typhoons, tsunamis going around this world, and who knows what comes next. So it's just up to God right now, because He's the one who only knows, you know, what's happening. And of course, for us to be aware and for us to be at least to be ready, so at least we should do our, you know, what is our participation in order to save our planet, right? That's very important for us. So for everybody, we were given the chance to be able to to have some businesses, to have all the resources. And what is 1,000 that you are going to participate on this campaign? I think 1,000 is really reasonable for everybody to be able to participate in this, because it is a responsibility. You know, this is not just a plea. This is not just something that, hey, please or whatever, but this is a responsibility for themselves, a responsibility for their own organizations, a responsibility for the people, and responsibility for the government, a responsibility to God.
Well, when you are using the word responsibility, obviously to donate to your organization, which you are a member of from before, that is a good responsibility to take care of that organization, because when that organization make all that money back from your small donation, in the long term they will make a lot of money, and of course that will go back to the members. because that's what the organization is set out to do anyway, to take care of the members, to provide for the members, to do good in every area that they are having as their goal.
Yeah, and for sure, everyone is aware also that a certain organization has its goal, right? Because they're not going to put up an organization without any goal, especially like helping the unfortunate ones, or some actually got their some goals like putting up some schools or some hospitals, just like me. One of my greatest goals is actually to put up at least 10, to start with, minimum of 10 hospitals, emergency hospitals throughout the Philippines. And I'm sure that other organizations, they got their own goals as well. And to be able for them to reach those goals, they need each member to participate in order to have some funds to start with that kind of goal they have.
I know for sure that most organizations, that could be a religious organization, it can be humanitarian organization, can be environmental organization, or it could be sports organization, from which I have a great experience myself. I used to be a member of the board of a big group of sports organizations in Norway many years ago, and I also did an investigation there. And in fact, 80%, and that's a lot, 80% of the time the members of an organization were doing work was to collect money, try to find more money for that organization in order for them to sustain their sports activities. That's the same in the Christian and other organizations. They spend most of the time looking for more money. Why is it that they cannot then simply donate 1,000 pesos and then be able to make that 1,000 pesos 10 times the money back for the organization? That is a good investment to help the organization. You're not just giving 1,000, you're in fact giving 10,000. But that is a very good way of getting the organization to be sustainable, so they can spend time doing what they are set out to do.
And I'm sure there's also some companies right there listening to us or watching us. So for those companies also, I'm sure that there are a lot of big companies right there also. I mean, they may not be an organization, but they may be some companies right there who are really willing to help and save the environment. So if each of those companies, they can also get in touch with us through mysticacharityfoundation.org. And of course, if they want to be involved as well, they can always come up with, at least 100,000 donations or 100,000 adoptions of trees to be able to be a part of our campaign. Okay? And definitely they're going to profit with this, because as we have said already, that they're going to get at least 10 times of what they have adopted, the money that they use in adoption of these trees. So if ever this is a good example, for at least 100,000 that they are going to adopt, they're going to give as an adoption, definitely in 20 years' time, they're going to generate at least 1 billion pesos. And what if they're going to double that, or triple, or make it 1 million themselves? Definitely they're going to get 10 billion right away on that 20 years of time. Okay, so that's very understood. That's very clear. And if you have more questions, just go back once again to mysticacharityfoundation.org, or you can call me at 0908-885-7288. Once again, 0908-885-7288. And for them to be able to at least get some views about our Better Globe Forestry, all they have to do is go and take a look at betterglobeforestry.com or betterglobe.asia.
That's right. And I like to say that when it comes to Better Globe and what we are doing, we have spent, in fact, more than 6 years just to do the planning and implementing of the system that can back up what we are doing in the Philippines today. We could not have done this, we could not have started in the Philippines last year because it was too early. Now we are ready, and 2-3 years ago it was impossible. We are ready now, we have the backup to have all the database system in place, we have the people in place, we have the land in place in Kenya to take off all the donations of trees and see to that they get implanted the right way in order for it to yield the profit over 20 years that we are promising back to the organization. So we are ready. I wanted just now, if you are ready, if you're ready, just go ahead and join us and we'll be all doing a good job for the environment, for the organizations, and for the Philippines in whole.
And just like what you said, if the leader is ready, which I am the leader, I'm sure the members are going to be ready for their own good.
Batas International Media, www.batasmedia.com, from the Philippines to the world, for the glory of God and service to mankind.
Welcome back to the Better Globe Power, and once again, this is Mystica and of course Mr. Reno Solberg. Like what I said a while ago, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to build this Billionaires Club, and for you guys to be able to participate on this, all you have to do is call me at 0908-8857-288 or mysticacharityfoundation.org and be on board. So Mr. Reno Solberg, do you have some parting words for the viewers at this point?
Yes, I would like to say that first and foremost, we have been in Better Globe have been now in the Philippines for one year to plan the whole setup. We are now ready to start the kickoff, and the kickoff date is 1st of July. From 1st of July and for the next 18 months, we are going to have donations for 1.2 million trees, and we're going to plant from that more than 6 million trees in the Philippines. So we are starting now. So if you want to be part of it, just get in touch with Mystica Foundation, with Mystica, and talk to her. If you particularly are a leader in the field of an organization, whether it's a Christian one, environmental one, humanitarian one, and you need money, get in touch with Mystica, and we will be there to back her up in every way we can. This is the departing word from Better Globe. We have found a better way.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Reno Solberg, the CEO of Better Globe Group. Thank you very much. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back tomorrow, so please stick around then, and we're going to see you. Bye.
Batas International Media, www.batasmedia.com, from the Philippines to the world, for the glory of God and service to mankind.